What's up, guys? Chris here again with Aquarium Conversations. I want to address a question I hear a lot. And the question is, I have X amount of gallon tank. What kind of fish can I keep? Or I have X amount of gallon tank. Can I keep these fish? And the short answer is maybe. Or here's even a better answer. For a little while. Or a better answer would be, what's your ultimate goal with these fish? What do you plan on doing with them? How long do you plan on keeping them? Because, I mean, let's be honest, right? You go to your local fish store, 10 gallon, 20 gallon long, 20 gallon high, 29 gallon. You guys saw me do a video about that, right? 40 gallon breeder. Hell, there's even a 60 gallon breeder now, right? 55, 75, 90, right? Okay. And as we know, bigger the tank, bigger the price, bigger the stand, bigger filtration, bigger lighting, bigger heating. We get all that, right? But I think, and I've said this before, doing the research on what particular fish you want to keep is, excuse me, a misstep in the hobby. Well, Chris, what do you mean by that? Well, you find a breeder who maybe keeps a particular fish that you really, really want to keep. And you can keep that fish in a 29 gallon. You can keep that fish in a 40 gallon breeder during its infant adolescent stage and watch it grow and give yourself time to purchase a larger tank for the foreseeable future. I'm going to show you guys something. And some of you may agree or disagree, and I'm okay with that. Simply because it's working for me and I have a plan B. So, this is a 40 gallon breeder right here, right? And I won't try and spook them out, but there are 1, 2, 3, 4 Frontosa in this tank. Can you see the size of the Frontosa? So, can I keep Frontosa in a 40 gallon breeder? Yeah. Temporarily. Yeah. If you want to grow them out. Yeah. If you want to take your first crack at African cichlids. Sure. Is this a long-term solution? No. Because I might be able to keep 2 of them. 2 of them in a 40 gallon breeder as adult. Maybe. But right now I'm keeping 4 Frontosa in a 40 gallon breeder. Why? Because I did the research. I talked to my local fish store people, and they said, hey, we got some smaller ones you can keep. Grow them out. Raise them up. Feed them. Get them used to your water. But have a plan B. Have a backup plan. Have a future plan. There are 4 Frontosa in a 40 gallon. I was at a local fish store today, and and it was crazy. It was a 75, and I saw, there was maybe 8 or 9 in there. And that was probably overstocked. So let's just kind of talk about that real quick. And you guys have heard me talk about, filtration. There's a hang on the back filter up there that you can't see, there's an internal filter. That hang on the back filter is equipped for 75 gallons. That, where's it at? That internal filter is equipped for about 30 gallons. So I've already have a plan in place as far as filtration. If I do decide to maybe keep 3 of these, I would be okay. I'll be fine in this tank. You know, full grown, maybe not. You know, but growing these guys out for the next, I don't know, 2 years, 3 years, I'll be fine in this tank with the filtration I have. Do I have a plan? I have a plan. So a lot of you who are looking at these fish that might be, I guess you might be reluctant to keep, I would say do the research. I would say see what's available. Would I have bought these phones full grown or adolescent? No, not put them in a 40 breeder. No, absolutely not. But this size, what do I got to lose? Sure. And look at them. They're eating, they're growing. Absolutely. You know, Frontosa can get up to 8, 9, 10, depending, you know, I've even heard bigger than that, 11 inches. That's a big-ass fish, you know. But trusting, you know, my process, and you guys have heard me talk about that before, and being comfortable with buying fish at a smaller size and growing them out and having a plan as far as a larger tank or down the road or whatever, or, you know, hell, if it takes, you know, me giving a fish to a friend or back to a local fish store, cool. But this process right here, I'm going to enjoy the hell out of it. Understand that. I'm going to enjoy this, feeding them and growing them out, you know. And this process right here has led me to do something else. I'm going to show you this. Well, I mean, hell, before I even show you the tank that I want to show you, let's just look at the 65-gallon tank. And there are, let's see if I can count them. There's an electric blue Acara there. There's 1, 2, 3 rainbow cichlids. There's a Jack Dempsey cichlid. There's another blue Acara, not electric blue. And I've got probably 10, 11 other tetras in there, right? How is this working? The fish are thriving, the fish are healthy, everybody's getting along, mild aggression. How is this working? Well, 1, 2, 3 filters. Okay? And, believe it or not, guys, I don't feed my fish every day. I feed them every other day. Okay, so that, what does that cut down? That cut down on water changes. That cuts down on, you know, nitrate levels and things like that. Keeps a healthier ecosystem. I do water changes once a week. You know, I'm not saying everybody has to do water changes once a week. That's what I do. But I've got probably, you know, an overstocked 65-gallon tank that it's been working. It's been working. Everybody's cool. Everybody's good. Enough filtration. I keep it with the maintenance. You know, what's crazy about this hobby is, sure, there's an outline, there's a guideline for do's and don'ts. But I'm going to be honest with you. Man, you can find your own way. You can find things that work for you. I mean, look at that blue Acara. Yeah, he's stunning. You know, and he's not even fully grown yet. If I was to maybe take him and put him maybe in a longer tank, a 75, he'd probably put on another 2-3 inches. That Jack Dempsey over here would probably put on another 2-3 inches. You know? Is that in the future? Sure. But right now, everything's working. Everything's working. You don't see any nipped fins. You don't see any real crazy consistent aggression. I think there's a pair of these two, two of the three rainbow cichlids have paired off, and I've seen some spawning and things like that, you know, but nothing crazy. Like you don't see any ripped fins or anything like that. So this is working. So how many South American cichlids can I keep in a 65-gallon? Well, depends on your water changes. Depends on how often you feed. Depends on how much filtration you have. Those are the questions you want to answer before you grab fish. Let me show you this too. So you guys have heard me talk about, you know, the 29-gallon tank, right? And I actually had those 4 Frontosa in this tank with these 4 angelfish, and there were 4 of those larger tetras. Okay, can you guys see those 2 fish right there? Those are 2 Severums that I just picked up. Severums get pretty large. There are some Severums that can get to 8-10 inches. But can I keep 2 Severums in a 29-gallon? Yeah. At that size, sure. Okay. Do I have large enough tanks that when the time comes I can move them into a 55-gallon? Can I move them into a 65-gallon and maybe move some fish around? Sure, absolutely. You know, but right now they're in this tank, loving life. I've got a internal filter there that filters a 30-gallon. I've got another filter over here that filters it. I mean, I've got double the filtration in this tank. And again, I feed every other day. I do water changes once a week. So before you go asking, can I keep this fish in this tank? Put a plan together. Number 1, what kind of filtration are you going to have? 2, how often are you going to feed? 3, are you committed to doing the bi-weekly maintenance? Are you committed to do that? And then yes, you can grow out larger fish. You can grow out Frontosas in a 40 breeder. You can grow out 2 Severums in a 29-gallon. It can be done. And I'll be honest with you, for me, that's probably been the most enjoyable, well, one of the most enjoyable parts of this hobby is watching fish mature and grow out. These angels that you see in here, these angels are damn near the size of my hand. When I got them, they were smaller than these Severums. You know, this koi angel right here is almost the size of my hand. When I got him, he was about the size of a quarter. You know, you could see the size of that angel right there. When I got him, he was about the size of a 50-cent piece. So put the time in, put the work in, you know, plan ahead. And sure, you know, I'm certain, and I know for a fact that yes, adult fish at a certain size should not be recommended for a 29-gallon or a 40 breeder. I understand it. Oscars, Arowana, Bichers, I understand that. I get that. But at a small size to grow them out, why not? If you're committed to do the work, why not? And you have a backup plan, and you know that, and you understand and you respect that this fish is going to get bigger, why not? Why not? I'll leave it there, guys. You guys tell me what you guys think in the comments. Any questions, comments, leave them down below. And as always, talk to you guys down the road. Bye.